The Internet of Things is the actual maturation of the digital revolution. We're connecting sensors in every device across the entire value chain of the planet. And those sensors are recording real-time economic data in the agricultural fields, in factories, in warehouses, in smart roads, in trucks, Daimler trucks, in smart homes, and sending that data across a new communication, energy, and transport internet. And what this means is all of us in real time are going to have available to us all the information about economic activity going on all over the world. This is going to allow us to even the playing field and broadly expand entrepreneurialism so that everyone can be an entrepreneur in this new society, this new digital third industrial revolution. The Internet of Things is made up of three internets to make a super internet. Of course, the communication internet we're already using. All of us have our smartphones and we're able to communicate with each other with near zero marginal cost across the world in real time. This communication internet is now merging with a digitalized renewable energy internet. Here in Germany and around the world, millions of people are beginning to produce their own renewable energy, solar and wind. And I should say the sun is free and the wind is free once you pay your fixed cost. And they're sharing it across an energy internet. And now the communication and energy internet are converging with an automated GPS transport and logistics internet, which will allow us to begin to have transport in a new way. Daimler is leading in this transport internet. Its new Daimler trucks are actually mobile data centers, and they are providing data in real time as they move across our road systems about traffic flows and weather conditions and logistical connections and all of these other things, so that we can begin to develop data on how we can increase our efficiencies, our productivity, as we move across our mobility and logistics systems. So, you know, Daimler led the second industrial revolution with the Daimler internal combustion engine, both car and truck. Now Daimler's leading us into a third industrial revolution by moving into transport and logistics. So Daimler will no longer just be about selling vehicles, they still will. But now Daimler is also about helping establish the transportation logistics internet to provide all of that rich data through its trucking systems, and that data is going to be available to industry and the public so that we can increase our efficiencies as we travel, our logistics, and reduce our cost and reduce our ecological footprint to address climate change. It's going to change our future in the sense that, you know, we're now addressing a huge problem. It's called real-time climate change. It's the most important issue that the human race has ever faced. We are now seeing, after 2 centuries of industrial pollution, an emission of massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. We now are in real-time climate change, and what's frightening about it, it's changing the water cycles of the Earth. For every 1 degree that the temperature goes up on this planet from CO2 emissions, the atmosphere is actually sucking up 7% more precipitation from the ground. So we're getting more extreme water events, more extreme winter snows, more extreme flooding in the spring, more extreme summer droughts and wildfires, and our ecosystems are collapsing. We need to change that quickly. The Internet of Things is going to allow us, with interconnectivity, to dramatically increase our aggregate efficiencies and productivity and reduce our ecological footprint so we can use less of the earth and get more out of it. It's also going to allow us to move to renewable energy so we can transport all of our goods and services in electric and fuel cell vehicles. And here again, Daimler's leading the way with the hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. So we have an opportunity now in the next 3 decades, it's a closing window, but to move us out of a carbon-based civilization into a renewable, sustainable civilization. Transport is the center of this. So as Daimler moves us into this new logistics system, it's going to allow us in our trucking to dramatically increase our efficiencies. And the data that Daimler provides in these mobile data hubs, these data centers on the road, these trucks, is going to be used by industry and businesses and homeowners and others. And with that data, we can increase our efficiencies, reduce our transportation, reduce the amount of fuel that we use, move to electric and fuel cell vehicles, and basically transform the way we operate on this